I was just thinking about how I've tended to, throughout a lot of my life, optimized for the outlier or planned to be an outlier. And sometimes that can work, sometimes that doesn't work. Perhaps maybe it's best to not do that. Here are some thoughts about it as I kind of work it out in my own mind. We see in society people like take music. So I played music for quite a few years, and one of the motivators behind music was, well, I'm going to be a musician. And when I thought of being a musician, I didn't think of maybe teaching somebody how to play music or playing little shows or maybe doing some type of labor work with it, maybe like being a roadie or a tech. But it was to do what? It was to be a rock star. And that was optimizing or planning to be an outlier. Now, don't be wrong. There's nothing wrong having exciting dreams and thoughts, but I think the challenge is when we optimize for it and then we get upset when that doesn't occur. In our modern society, we have outliers in our face all the time. The athletic outlier, the talent outlier, or even the resources outlier. The person who was in the right place at the right time. And therefore they're noteworthy and therefore they're in our face. And those types of people are in our face all the time because that's what we care about. That's what we want to watch, listen to, hear from. But then the problem is, as well, it happens with business. So if you're someone looking to start a business, you'll do the same thing. You'll look at the outliers. You look at Apple or Microsoft, right? And you'll go through a lot of the books and study the stuff that talks about what they did and everything else. And sure, there's probably some things you can learn from that because I've read a ton of books in that area as well as in other areas. And I definitely can say I've gotten benefit, but out of the little bit of benefit, I bet there's been a lot of waste of time and a lot of ill-conceived ideas, things that have maybe kept me on a path too long that was wrong, or put me down the entire wrong direction, taking my eye off of the right decisions. Maybe made me think, well, I need to go all in, right? Burn all the boats. Where actually you see most people that do well generally on average don't do that. On average, people that don't do well do that. And then you have some, again, outliers that do that and do well. We need to watch out for the outliers. When I work as a coach in a sport, oftentimes people, I do a pretty good job, I'd like to think now, of moderating someone's expectations while still allowing them to have that glimmer of possibility, which is real. I mean, there is a possibility that someone can achieve a high status in a sport, be an outlier, 100% happen. But we've all known, maybe with ourselves or with other people, where we get intoxicated with that and lose sight of reality and also what's really important. Hope you enjoy this video. Watch out for the next one.